Ross McNeilly, it's great to have you here with us at Bromley Football Club. I would normally say welcome, but you have been here for a few weeks into your new role. And how's that been for you so far?
Yeah, I've obviously been here for about 8-9 weeks now. Started beginning of July, so probably even a little bit longer. But yeah, it's been great. I know Jamil and Steve from my time when I was at Aldershot, so it's been coming in has been good. Lots of people I already knew from before, obviously Waggy as well from before, so everyone's been very welcoming. And obviously it's great to be back, sort of, for me personally, back in an academy, a sort of full-time academy environment, which was always my target, where I get the opportunity to work with players on the grass every day and get to coach every day.
And you're looking after the under-21s and the B team, and those two squads kind of interlink a little bit, don't they? And there's a lot going on actually for those teams. Can you tell us a bit about what competitions they're in and how they're getting on?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you've got the 21s and the B team, like you said. 21s play in Suburban League. They're filled with players who predominantly still do education. We're sort of big on that here at Bromley. And then the rest are sort of obviously mixed with the B team. So you've got some junior pros in there, you've got some third year scholars in there, people like your Alex Stepiens and your Sam Germans and George Evans and George Penn, they're all in that group as well. So obviously the 21s that we said play in the Suburban, and we've got off to a decent start, and then obviously the B team representing in the Premier League Cup, the sort of 21s Development League, and the London Senior Cup and the Kent Senior Cup as well, which we've obviously got coming up.
The Premier League Cup is a huge privilege for this football club to enter, isn't it? And it was a pretty good start, the victory over Sunderland, and something you can see the players are excited about being involved in.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, Sunderland were really good. They come here, they moved the ball well, the rotations were excellent, but I thought we did really well. We pressed well, lots of energy, turned the ball over high, and I know we scored both our goals from sort of pressing high. So yeah, from a sort of personal point of view and a personal perspective, being from Sunderland and growing up in Sunderland, it was a really, really good result. But from a sort of professional perspective for the football club to beat a Premier League team and be more than competitive against them, I thought it shows where the young players are in this club. And well, actually, we've got some really good young players in there who are out on loan and not just playing step 4 and step 5. They're playing step 2 football, like George Penn, and we've got Harry Lee out obviously playing step 2 as well. So and obviously Nathan Paul Lovely. So we've got some really, really good players in that group. But the Premier League Cup is obviously a really good opportunity to not just test yourself against good teams, but sort of showcase your ability and showcase yourself not just as individuals but as a football club as well. So really positive result, really positive start, and obviously it's a competition we want to do really well in.
And the beauty of this age group and level in football and the setup that we've got here is, like you say, you've got anything from the scholars to non-contract, non-first team players, but also first team players can drop in and play in these games, which is brilliant for them to keep their fitness up, etc. But equally brilliant for the younger players to be able to play alongside them, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we played Oxford United in the 21s league, so we had 3 or 4 from the first team in that group. So and if they come, obviously always come with a really good attitude, and they're really good in terms of their understanding of the game and their sort of like mentality towards the game and the professionalism. So it is unbelievable for the young players to see that and to see what they obviously strive to be themselves. So the game against Oxford was a sort of a really, really good opportunity and a really good example of that. Yeah.
Many of the supporters will have seen you for other clubs in the past, but can you tell us a bit about your coaching journey and what led you to here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm actually quite local. I live like Crystal Palace way, sort of like South Norwood. I've lived in this area for the last few years, so in terms of being on my doorstep, it's perfect. My journey before, I worked at Dorking Wanderers with Mark White. I was his head coach there for just under a season. Before that, I was Aldershot first team manager, but that sort of me fell into that through being the 21s manager and the academy manager at that club for what was 4 or 5 years, and then I had a great opportunity to sort of save the club from relegation.
And actually, you talk about those 30 games at Aldershot. One of them was here at the Hayes Lane Stadium in the opposition dugout against Andy Woodman, a 2-2 draw if I remember rightly.
Yes, correct,
obviously, you're up against him that day. How does it feel to now work with Andy and his team of staff?
Yeah, amazing. I mean, obviously, I said I've known Steve for a good while. We played against him Aldershot 21s and Bromley 21s. Always had sort of great battles over the years. So I got to know Steve, I got to know Jamil. So that in terms of coming in here, already having that relationship, super helpful. And it's a club on the rise. Like what Woody has done here at the first team, and you look at where we're at now and the level of boys we've got in sort of our B team group who are able to play National League South and potentially even push on to National League stuff, I think it's amazing. So it's sort of like testament to how well he's done and how well this club's, how fast this club is moving forward. But like I said, I couldn't speak highly enough for everyone coming in here. I feel like I've been here for like longer than the maybe 2 or 3 months I have. I feel like I've been here a lot longer, and I think that's a sort of a real positive, really, a real good thing.
And I'm always interested to hear from someone who's been here as a member of the opposition and has seen how things have developed and are now come in and being a part of it. And it really has grown so much over the past few years, hasn't it?
Like crazy. And I think the best it probably sounds like a negative spin, but the best way of describing it is, I remember when Bromley and Aldershot 21s used to play each other, and Aldershot we always seemed to have the best players. And we come up against them recently with Suburban, and it wasn't even... It was the opposite. It was miles the opposite, and I think over the 4 or 5 years where we were playing against each other, Bromley 21s and Aldershot 21s, Bromley kept catching to the point where obviously they went past us, so I have gone past us. So yeah, I think it's interesting. It always has a big knock-on effect. The first team and how well the first team does, like it really is. It has a real positive effect and a ripple effect to the rest of the club, and the academy are massively benefiting from it. What
are your hopes and ambitions for the rest of the season?
Qualify for the Premier League Cup would be great. It'd be good to get out of the group. I think that might be, people might say that's a bit ambitious, but I mean, we have to have a target to try and get out of the group. If we can get into the knockout stages of that, I think that'd be amazing. I think if we can have a good run in one of the London or Kent Senior Cups again, I think that'd be great. I know we've got Dover and Walthamstow on that, and they're great tests. We've got 3 players out playing National League South, 4 Dylan out playing National League South. If we can increase that, or just get as many players as we can out on loan and experiencing men's football early, to basically stand them in as good a stead as possible, not just here, but for whatever might be next for them. I think that'd be a real positive. I mean, we're looking at probably 80-90% of that sort of B team 21s group are out on loan at men's football clubs at the minute, all ranging from step 6 all the way up to step 2. And if we can get 1 or 2 out on step 2 as well, come the end of the season, I think that'd be amazing. And then probably links into the under 18s. I think something again that's evolving massively. I work with Jam a lot, but it'd be nice to push up certainly 3, 4, 5 under 18s into the B team group and get them playing some minutes in the Premier League Cup and even maybe in the Kent and London Senior Cups. Well, I think it'd be amazing as well.
Ross, it's been great to catch up with you. Thank you so much for your time. Exciting times ahead.
Thank you.